Educational. It says educational on this. Who's it educational? Who's it going to teach? My light is not strong enough. My thing is not tight enough. Who's it going to teach? I just came from the pom-pom. Anybody know what a pom-pom is? Anybody knows when you have a palm on your pied? Piéton. Piéton is person who crosses the road. They call it, what do you call it when you're crossing the road? You are a street walker. You're walking on the sidewalk. You're a walker. So piéton. Fireman in French is called, well, first of all, pied means foot. Pied means foot. Êtes-vous à pied? Are you on foot, like walking on foot? No, je suis pas à pied. No, I'm not on foot. So if somebody was walking on the street at pied, are you on foot? No, je suis pas à pied. I'm not a foot. Pompier, palm is an apple, pied is a foot, pompier is a fireman. So my feet are on fire. What I wanted to talk about is, first of all, on my Samsung and my Motorola phone, right? When you look for the numbers, it shows the Q with number 1. The QWERTY on top is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's number 1. Number 2, hold on a second. Number 2 is, I want to talk about the Caribbean. I don't even know how to spell it. And it's just because I went apple picking, thinking it reminded me of the Jamaican smoking weed, but it wasn't about smoking weed. I like to use the word God, but the creator said, hey guys, tie that stuff up. Tie that stuff up. And all they had was hemp. And in order to tie it up with hemp, you have to burn the end. You know, burn the end just so it tightens together, so like the gummies comes together so it doesn't fray apart. And the Jamaican guy, he frays together the end and he breathes it in. He's like going, oh, I'm going to do it again. And he starts to sing. He goes, no problem. All of a sudden, no problem. Tying up things with hemp. How did the world begin? Jamaica says, let me put this out of the way, this light, for a second. Jamaica says, oh, backwards. Why when I'm live is it backwards? Why does it have to be backwards? Why does it have to be backwards? Who's that guy who talks like this? You know the guy? Some guys. Why does it have to be like this? So anyways, Jamaica says, I have, I am. I have, I am. CA, creation angel. I am a creation angel. AI is the S. I am spirit. Jamaica, I am spirit. Haiti says, I am from the sun and the heavens. Caribbean means the ark. Bien. You're bien because we sign into the world and we become all capital letters. We are the bien-être. Bien-être social means the welfare people. The welfare people. So if we want to use letters, I mean, I have to get back into that role because I'm hoping that I'm always using the same letters to say the same thing. The W is beta creation, the double creation of you and you, creating V for life, the center and the focal point. Like the apples, the point is here and I'm holding it up and there's 2 knockers, each on each side. I can't see you, you can't see me, but your intuition says somebody might be watching right now. Did you come on here? If you are watching, I think you can chat on this. If you are watching, you can chat. Did you hear the part, or you're going to have to go back to the beginning where I said Jamaica? Jamaica says, I am the spirit. I am creation angel. I mean, just look at the letters. I know it's backwards, but it says I am. J'ai in French means I have. I have, I am. Jesus actually is je suis. It also says I am. Jesus says je suis, because the relationship in this head of mine, what my head does. When you go into the psychological office and he says, what's the first thing you saw? And you go, oh, is that a trick question? I saw a chica. You saw a chica? What's a chica? Oh, I'm sorry, senor. I come from Espanol de Mexico. But you sound French and English at the same time. You can't fool me. How the mind thinks. So I was apple picking and cleaning the car, and I found number 8. In fact, I found 88, 8 and 8. See the way we have the separation part over here? See the way we have, I don't know if you can see this properly, the C. You see the C on one side? See the C? You see circles, you see the C. Is the circle encompassing something? This has to have a meaning to it, right? The 8 is on that side, the 8 is on that side. Or it can be the balancing of the two. Remember, you speak, you are alive here. Whatever is connected to you, just like my modem, the internet, the Google, open the Google webpage, right? And open Facebook. I got 2 pages open in the world, but they're not mixing. But they're coming onto my screen that only I'm seeing. Well, that's what I think. But the interconnected system itself knows exactly what's going on. I believe, well, but it's only my belief, so. And I assume, sounds like I drank. I wish I had a beer. I don't have to wish, I can just go out and get one. I assume, and I think, and I already know it says 5 o'clock. Look at that. That's a very funny number. Everybody in my apartment building seems to be running on the gateway to 7, maybe because the building number is boo. Okay, anyways, not to fool around anymore. What is the value of a triangle? There are 2 triangles inside of a circle. Okay, what is the value of it? Yeah, look, there's a triangle here, and there's 2 triangles inside the circle. If the circle is 360 degrees, what's the value of my triangle? Right, and it's not rounded. You see, this one's rounded. This is more like a triangle is more like a square. Right, 2 triangles actually create a square on an angle. Unless I put the delta angle in, and the delta angle, oh wait, I already have it marked down. Look at that, the delta angle. The triangle and the delta angle are different because the delta angle takes up in one single space and you can make it perfect. But the triangle, right, you need 2 area squares in which you're going to use up 1 whole space, and then you're going to have 2 half spaces separated. Now, if I continue on to this, and I hate doing these things live because live I think someone's watching and I could make a mistake. In fact, how do you make a mistake with a theory? Because I'm thinking and changing my ideas as I go. The camera's a little too high. How can the camera be high? My camera ain't smoking. I'm going into the camera, onto the screen. She's smoking. Anyways, let me get this over here. So, I mean, there's so many things to talk about, right? There's just so many things. Has anybody taken the exit? Does anybody see this over here? Or this over here? Right? There's, I mean, take a good look at it. There's like a foot, like a boot right over here, a boot or something coming with the, like you see the E or you see this. What part do you see? Do you see this part here? Doesn't it look like the sword that the picture cards are holding? Like just the end of the sword, right? I mean, this is the E, but it also looks like the C, right? You got the C inside the E, C and E. Is that electrical? How would we plug this if it was electrical? You see, I need to bring a lot of people together to tell me, when I have an idea, to tell me how to make it work. Okay. I like that everything's backwards. Hey, look at that. What was once E3 is still E3. Look, southwest, which is actually, or 2 and 3. The, hold on a second. The two hearts above each other, look, 3 and 3. 33 comes together when the two hearts come together. If I connect this, I'm going to create a diamond. I'm going to create a diamond. First I put them face to face. Now I put them over each other. But what happens if I did this? Do you know what's going to happen if I write over this? Does anybody know what's going to happen? You're going to get 88. And two people looking at each other, two separate entities, or looking away. And I'm assuming this is where the A comes in. See this part over here, right? Maybe there should be another part over here. I'm not really sure which way I should have did this. I'm just going to fill that in. But you do see that there's a diamond over here, right? And we can make a stand. And if I really want, if I connect them together, that would be my spade. I'm just thinking, actually, that was the spade onside the heart, right? Is that we're going to do that again. We're going to create the spade, and at the same time, we're going to create the heart and the spade, right? Put them together. I don't even know what I should be doing. So we talked about this. Somebody just joined. Oh, it's Tammy! Ah! Oh, you can't see me. I'm right here. I'm naked. I'm naked. Yeah. Got nothing covering my face. I'm naked. Not wearing anything on my face. Like, I don't got glasses on. I got makeup on. But, I mean, I don't know if you missed the beginning of the video. I found number 8. 2 coffee cup holders. What are they actually holding? They holding my brain? What is this doing? Does it turn? And if you notice, one is bigger than the other. A small coffee and a bigger coffee. Is that the way it works? And you got the center. I got to put down the light to show this off. We need a little light in here. See that? What is it doing? What is this? Is this a plug-in? Is this a battery? I don't know. No, it's not Mickey Mouse, right? You see this? This is from my car. And it's telling me, I mean, what would it tell you? I mean, I was cleaning the car and I saw this. I had to run inside. I got too excited. I was excited. I saw this and I'm excited. I just know pieces and parts of propeller. I wish I could put my nose and turn it. Oh, look, I'm blind. Oh, I can see. Oh, I'm a pirate, right? So when it's like this, we're a pirate. And like this, we're partially blind. And like this, we're fully blind. Anyways, let me tell you about Back to the Future. Back to the Future was more right than anything else. Wow, you look pretty sexy. I can see that. Ooh, look at that. Ha, 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 ha. That's like me going, ha, 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 ha. Back to the Future is more realistic and so close to the actual truth of something that everybody saw, but they're not thinking about right now. Our fruits and our vegetables. Our fruits and our vegetables. Forget about meat, because the cow has to eat the grain, right? There's fruits, there's vegetables, there's grains, right? Is there anything else? Fruits, vegetables, and grains. And the cow has to eat the grain in order to grow its meat bigger. Now, I can take the grain and I can plant it and get an apple tree or a fruit. Or I can take a grain and I can plant it. Let's say it was corn, and I can get it out and I can get corn to pop. You know what I'm saying? I get corn to pop. Hey, Pop, what's going on, Pop? You know, my father popped. Then my mother popped and I was like, came out. I think that was my mother. When I was born, they didn't tell me too much. But anyways, what I want to talk about really seriously now before I go and take a shower because my feet are so cold, it's Back to the Future, 1986. Oh, you're rushing me. Our conversations, yes, with the S. I missed that S. I've been very busy. I've been picking fruits, and now I'm picking apples. You know, first the nipple and then the whole thing, right? I'm not a nice guy. I'm a nice guy, but I shouldn't be into that sexual thing, right? It's picking the raspberries. That was pretty cool. I got raspberries. Now I got apples. I can put my raspberry on my apple and plug it in, right? Again, okay, so let me get back to the future because this is what's going on, and this is the future, and it can happen right now, but they're not doing it, but they are doing it, but they're doing it so slowly, they're not doing it fast enough. The transition of a multinational company changing into something new takes a long time. They let the little guys who do it go bankrupt and take everybody for big coin. They go in, they suck up these companies, they put new patents out, and then nobody can touch it. And what is it? It's your fruits and vegetables. The sugars in your fruits and vegetables can create so many things. Corn creates gas for your car, right? So there's so many things that come out of the ground. Everything is in nature. Everything is about nature. Two animals, one animal meets the next animal, and then there's a whole other animal carrying energy. We carry energy, all of us. The other part I wanted to talk about was get that light out of the way. Whoa. Is this? Is it a D? Is it a 6? Is it a 9? Is it a G? Is it a Q? Is it a P? Is it a B? Or is it a D? So everything was made to be interchangeable. Here's our star system. The star system consists of, and I'm already 17 minutes into this and I haven't gone anywhere, but I want to just go over this real quick. It's for my own mind. I'm not sure if you saw this at the beginning. It says, Jamaica. Well, I should have did that the other way. Jamaica. In French, it says, I have. And this over here would be, I am creation angel. I am the AC voltage. Okay, I'm the AC voltage. Okay, I am the AC voltage. C and E, here's another kind of power. C and E, they use this for the Christ's creation. C and E, he's also a power. And they also use this on our electricity, these two letters over here. This also, okay, turns into the S letter. Spirit, S and S. Also valued at 55, 16, spirit is 76, 9 lives of the cat, that if you take the cat and you pat it, a lot of times you'll get static energy off the cat. It also creates 86 in the star system. It also creates 2 and 6, which is the Queen of God. It also creates 48 and 14, which is the 62 and 34, giving me the DC power. It also creates 3 and 5 and back to C and E again. Now, nobody knows, even understands what I'm talking about really and truthfully, other than they might think I know what I'm doing. The other part I wanted to show with this over here is that when you connect this together, right? When you connect this together, you get the Star of David that's in between. And I'm gonna do something somewhere. I think you can see it right there. You see it there? Hold on a second. This video is all over the place. I'm way too excited. I have to go take a shower. Oh, that's not it. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it right there. You see the Star of David between all the hearts, right? And they also create the stand. They also create the stand for the picture card, right? Did I show you this design? Did you come in here late? I don't even like this video. I don't even know if I want to upload it. This here is a heart. And we have the plug-in to the other heart. So now we have two hearts, and we have a stand like we did over here, a stand. We can also have the two hearts this way, which create 33. We also have the 88. I see you, you see me. And then we have it on the other side, right? We have it on the other side. Two ways. We're going to put the beak on this side and the beak on that side. 88, connecting heavens, two minds in one. The left side of the brain and the right side of the brain. The back of the head and the penguins because of the North Pole. Why the North Pole? Everything that comes out of my mouth is because it connects the North Pole. Is it your body? Is it the electricity in your body? What is it about ourselves? And what is it that we need to, because when you're connecting poles, right? If you connect the negative to the positive, you have a pole. Now, is the North Pole a red pole or is the North Pole a black pole? And the reason I'm saying it is because of the battery, how the batteries are hooked up. And is Russia red because the North Pole is closer to Russia and the South Pole is closer to where? Anyways, I didn't say a lot. I said too much. I haven't said anything at all. So we're going to end this video and go take a shower. I need someone to, wait a second. Yep, fire and ice, two owls, foul language. I should have watched this before to see when you said it. I wish I was following. You know what? You got something very special about your name. And if you did the initials of your name, then you would be safe forever. And your initials are T and P, or TP, or you can drink your pee and have tea. Anyways, heart is red and spade is black. Very good. I forgot to think about that, but you did. That's, you know what? That just makes up for everything and the reason why I created this channel. So I can have more brains connected to mainframe. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even mainframe. I'm just one of the ways to mainframe. I'm like a neuron. Is it a neuron? It's like a center core where we all meet. I'm the junction. I'm part of the speaker for the junction. The junction is here. We all throw our stuff into the junction. And I'm just like the caretaker of the junction. I'm the conjunction function of but we can't function the junction. Oh my God. I'm just trying to not be funny, but I'm just trying to see how to say it. Anyways, you know what I mean. Heart is red and spade is black. Very good. So that's why the heart is on the top and the spade is on the bottom, connected by the diamond over here. You see, we need back to back or reflection creates the diamond over here, right? But that's the half diamond because the real diamond is when you create 88. Now, where do we get our club? Do I have to turn it this way to create the club? Let me see which way do we? And also, I mean, there's so many things. I mean, I can just go ahead and just use this, right? 88. And you know that you see the bigger part and the smaller part, or the smaller part and the bigger part. When we write, when you write a B, it's usually smaller and then bigger. Just crazy the way it is, right? Crazy the way it is. Heart, okay, has a value of 52. Spade has a value of 45. Club has a value of 38. So 45 is 9, and heart is 52 is 7, 9. That's the birth gateway. 7 is, how do you configure 7? Well, the 3 ways to make 7 are 4 and 3, the DC worlds, 1 and 6, which is 1 plus 6 is 7, 1 minus 6 is 5. So that 7 tells me about the moon. And the 3 and 4 tells me about the spirit. And the 2 and 5, which is the earth, tells me about the gateway to the spirit, because It tells me about the Q. Q is in bankruptcy. In Canada, Q means, or on the stock market, Q is for a company that's in bankruptcy protection or something, or going to be bankrupt or going into dilution, but it's a stock, it's in the stocks. So you have 16, you have 25, and you have 34. Those all make sevens. Then there's 0, 7. See, there's different ways to do it. On the cube, what you can do with the cube and what you can't do with the cube. Like 8, right? Something on the cube that you can't do is 1 and 7. You can't do 1 and 7 because there is no 7 on the cube. So when you have 1 and 7, it's talking about an entire cube and 1 the center of the next cube, or 2 or 3 or 7 and 7, okay, would be telling you basically about 4 cubes. But I'm not going to get into that because that's just a thought. Wow, I didn't say much. I didn't write it down. It's not neat. Let me go. Spade. Spade would be the birth in the sun, the foxhole passage. Foxhole pass. 45 is spade. And I'm writing this all jiggity joggity. I don't even like that. Queen of heart. Queen is number 62. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 letters. And also, it is the ass, and it is the mouth. It is the queen is the ass and the mouth. It's the connecting end. And the reason I say that is because of the province I live. It's Quebec, and Quebec says ass and mouth, or ass and kiss, or kiss my ass. So, anyways, is one-eyed Jack black? Yeah, I think he's the black spade, isn't he not? Jack Black, Jack Black, 1 eye. So, and you want to get into that now. The jacks have a total of 6 eyes. The queens have a total of 8 eyes, and the kings have a total of 7 eyes. But because it's north and south eyes, the queen is 16, the king is 14, the queen, the king, and the jack eyes. Jack has 6 and 6. King has 7 and 7. Queen has 8 and 8. And also in the deck of cards, right? In the deck of cards, the 6, 7, and 8 are all in the same pattern. I mean, they all have the same pattern. 6 is in 7, is in 7 and 8. That means Jack is also in the king, and Jack is also part of the queen. And Jack is also I, the 1 eye. Oh, it works out perfect. Jack is the 1 eye. 6 is also reverse of 6 and 9, right? Oh, everything went away in the chat, and it came back. The 1-eyed Jack is often a wild card. Oh, it could be us. So do you follow what I'm saying? The queens have 2 eyes. They hold the flower. 2 of the jacks hold a flower, I think, or 1 has a leaf, 1 has a flower. The king, there's only 1 king with 1 eye. No, there's 2 kings with 1 eye. Is that correct? No, there's 2 jacks with 1 eye. Is that? Let me look that up. Which jack has 1 eye? The 1-eyed Jack. The Jack of spades and the Jack of hearts both have 1 eye. Oh my God. Is that not perfect? Tell me it's perfect. Tell me, say perfect. Tell me, do you understand? The 1-eyed Jack only has 1 eye. The Jack, the spade, and the heart, I put them together. I put them together. I'm all stuck. Oh my God. This is so exciting. I'm all alone. I mean, I need electricity. I need to just touch electricity right now. It's like zzz, zzz. I need a crowd to get excited around me so I can calm down. Once the crowd is excited, I can calm down, you know. I have some special things on the wall, and it's the chakras. And I also write, I wrote all over my wall. No, don't tell my mommy. I wrote on my wall. Oh, God. My mother finds out I wrote on the wall. She might tap me in the tuchus. Anyways, I'm going to get this over here. Oh, no. Look what I got. Does anybody see what I got? Vaccine time. The spade. Vaccine. The heart and the spade. I should have cut it better, right? I have to make another one of these, but I don't want to ruin this because I like the way one boob, it's like my glove, right? It's like, hey, I got a glove. So I take this and I take that, right? Is that how it works? I'm not sure if this should be here, but it is in this one. All right. So if I would put this, oh my God, I just thought of something. Look at this. Oh my God. Oh my God. I just saw something else. Oh my God. When I fold this up here, and I don't really want to, I can start to get my Star of David. That's crazy. We are angels. Are you kidding me? We're just disconnected. We're like all goofy. We're like, angels are sort of like they're connected to the internet, the computer system, and the whole bit. And we come down here and they unplug something and we go, I'm connected to that angel. I'm smarter than you think. I'm really smarter than you think. But we all have to be goofy a little bit, you know? Goofy is wearing orange and blue, right? We got two big teeth, Goofy, like a bunny rabbit. Bunny rabbit teeth. He's goofy. Bunny rabbit disconnected to the communication. Roger rabbit. Roger 10-4 CB codes. We're all linked. We are the 10 and we are the code. CODE. Creation, the water world and the sun. Anytime you have to say O means water. If I would say O is water, okura, it means, are you okura? It's okura. Are you up to date? Are you up to date? Or update me. O means water. Okay. Okura means moving water. Update, 7 up through the gateway. Now we got 21 and 7 telling me through the creation of something to do with Nibiru, but 37 is one of the links into 16 and 21 and 17 and 20 and 18 and 19, 37, 37, 37. And then the Twin Towers fell down because they took the equal sign. Like the Twin Towers was H and I, right? Wasn't it? How do you want to look at H and I? The H with the connecting, and then the I is connecting through the sky. Peter Pan, 1129, 1188. I like that. Oh, you're Peter Pan. Oh, hello. I think I got my hat on. I'm like a little embarrassed right now. Okay, 11 and 29. I wasn't supposed to go 11 and 88, right? But the thing about 11, it's funny that what is 11? I had something, the 11, the Twin Towers, the 11, the 88 connecting to the skies. Hey, somebody's calling. Hey, are you saying hello to my Peter? Oh my God. That's really weird. You know everybody else is watching this. Everybody else can read this. This is not personal here right now. What you put out there, somebody else can see. So watch out. Okay. The other thing is we must be connecting this. I got sunlight coming in. I don't like that. Got to take that away. How do I stop that extra sun? Maybe it's up there. Ten of spades, 2 worlds, 5 and 5, 55, or 5, 4, 5. Do you see why 5, 4, 5? Because there's 4 in the center. 44, 4 on the outside, and then 4 in the center. So what does it mean, our tens? When you're talking in the 40s, well, we're talking about 2 sides. 44, 4 is in the center, connecting 2 worlds. Or is it the 40 in the center? and the 0 on the outside. Do you follow what I'm saying? The 4 corners of this card. That's how it was stapled on my wall. Do you understand? Signs everywhere. My first job was a candy girl for 7-Eleven. Very good. Yummy. Yummy. Which candies were you selling? Was that a legal 7-Eleven? 7-Eleven XX or what? That's pretty cool. I worked in a candy shop once. So I can't stand the light. Do you see the eye over here? See this little yin and yang sitting inside? See this little yin and yang? Let me get this card out of the way. You stocked the shelves. Shouldn't you be spelling stocked this way? Hold on a second. Hold on. You stocked the shelves. You stocked the shelves. Yeah, you're a stalker. Well, listen, stocking shelves, stocking stuffing, stocking stuffer. Anyways, you saw what I did in here. I created this, and this is when I was in one of my worlds. Oh, only on Sundays. And then in the next picture, my ship that I designed. Stop. Then there's pieces in the corner. I never really sat down to try and figure out what it all meant. I don't know what this means. Should I be folding it halfway? I can't stand that light. They came here and they said, you don't have enough light in your apartment. I'm going, oh, I got enough light. Maybe if hold on a second. What if I go to advanced settings? White balance. Is that going to help? Is that going to help if I do that? No, I still have that dumb light. I'm sorry. If it was dark, I wouldn't be happy, right? Is that any better? How about now? Okay, a little bit better for me. A little bit better. I mean, everything's a reflection. Anyways, that's basically one of my designs. You have the little man that's plugged in here at the bottom. You have a couple of letters that I put in here. You have the Superman sign, which is over here. Now, by putting the Superman sign in here, right, I must pass the center. Do you follow me? Everything is significant to its own reality, okay? I give it a reality. I give it a definition. I'm telling you what it is. You want to know what it is? I'm telling you what it is, what I made it to be. Is that better? What I made it. But you can also say what you made. Looks like a TR3B. What's a TR3B? Hold on a second. Treb. Let me tell you one thing. For a guy who's trying to break what do you call that? The theories. And what do you go when the Twin Towers went down? And if I talk about the Twin Towers that went down, I am talking about what? What am I talking about? The Twin Towers went down. Military jet. Oh, okay. 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 You're talking about this. Okay. I don't know what it is. I drew this. I did this in 2000 and let's say between 2005 and 2010. Let's say closer to 2010, because in 2010, my mind opened up and I drew about 100 different designs in a month. And yeah, okay. So we have to have half of this, right? Is that the way I made it? Everything has to be half. What would it be now? Is it the same way the other way? What would it be now? Or maybe we should just have the center of it or something and cut it off. Or I should take a picture of this and put 4 of them and see what turns out over here in this design here. You see the way we have the split? You see the split over here? Well, we already went over that with the delta angle. I hate that this is all backwards. You see this here? See my finger down here, right here? This is what I call the delta angle. It takes up only 1 square, 1/2 of 1 square. This is the regular triangle. Delta triangle, regular triangle. I mean, I don't know if that's, should I call this the delta triangle? This one, this is the one where the ace goes into, right? The ace is here. So do I call it the delta or that one the delta? Okay. Now the ace can also be created through taking up, continuing a line here and continuing a line here, in which I'm going to do. We're going to figure out which one is the real ace. Now, by drawing this, I hate that it's backwards and I can't straighten. By drawing this, I used up this square over here, and I have these 2 squares here. When I do this, I have 2 sections split by 4. The total use of this is 8. To mirror it, okay, I would have to get 16. To mirror this one, I would get 8, right? And the reason I'm saying this is because we want to find out what our shapes can create in numbers. Our shapes have words. Our words use letters. Our letters are shapes. Our letters get numbers. Then we have codes for them, gematria, Chaldean. We have what I like to call the prime letters, and those that you can take a number like what numbers are prime. And then there's the extension of prime, where you must multiply a number, a letter or a number, in order to take it away from being prime. Because prime is only part of creation. Is there only one of something? There's a black one and there's a red one. There's a black one and there's a red one. And I'm not just saying there's a black one and there's a red one, but according to roulette, okay, according to roulette, the number 1 totality in a Pythagorean count, which means take as many numbers as you want, add them up. If they add up to 28 or 127, 1 + 2 + 7 is 10. So that is going to tell me whether it's a red or whether it's a black. Now, I don't know what 127 is. I have to calculate it. I know that 1 is red. I know that 10 is black. I know that 19 is red. Every second one, red, black, red, black, red, black. Red 1, U.S. Army. Is that what it is? Oh, I read that one. I read that one. Did you read it? Did you read it? IT, the IT system in the sun system birth. Did you read it? See, there's so much information that I think I can see in little bits and pieces that I need to put this in I don't know what to make it tell us a different story. Yes, for roulette. Yes, in roulette. Roulette really, really helped me. I have one of my famous designs because of roulette. I'm going to just show you what it does. Uninterrupted TV. Da, 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 da. Star Spangled Banner. You know what? You know what's funny? I sometimes get a little jealous. These guys, they're bloggers. They have their game shows and everything, and they talk about absolutely nothing. Okay, so I got this right over here. We're down to 2 people. I still have to take that shower. 40 minutes into the show. Okay, now I'm going to show you this, and you ask me questions, and I'm going to explain it to you. Okay. Obviously, you can see it, right? So ask, point to something. Can you point to something? Okay, I'm going to point. Okay? I'm going to tell you exactly what this is. Now, first of all, before I do that, I want to say, could take a commercial break. Number 1, what number 1 can do? What number 2 can do? What number 3 can do? what number 4 can do, what number 5, etc., all the way to 0, what they can do mathematically, what they can do in visual art by putting them over each other, by mirroring them, by putting them over halfway, by folding them. Okay, just like they did to the dollar and the dollar bills, and they showed all these designs and disasters in it. It's the same thing for our numbers. I've been talking about this for years. It's too bad all their stuff went viral and I'm still stuck where I am. That's fine. I have to learn to deal with it. I have to learn to deal with it. So, like, I'm just going to go very blatant on this. Number 5. Does anybody know what number 5 does? 5 times any number, 5 times any number will reduce that number to half of its value. 5 times, what's half the value of 5? 2.5. 5 times 5, 25. 5 times 25, right? What's half of 25? 1.25, 25, 1.25. 5 times 25, 1.25. So that's what it does. Now, 2 doubles up all the numbers. 2 times 1.25 is 2.5. 2 times 2.5 is 5. What does 3 do? 3, 6, and 9 turn every single number and is part of energy because of what 3 is, because of what 2 is. 1 is the center of all according to our telephone, and all according to numbers has a numeric scale of 8. There's 8 around 1. Now, why do we get 12? One of the reasons we get 12 is because, I'm going to show you on my phone. Okay. I'm going to show you on my phone. And don't forget, we have to talk about this. On my phone, I'm going to take away a little bit of light. Can you see that somehow? Can we get that? We can't see it, eh? Okay, let me find it. Let me go to a calculator. Okay. On the phone, right, you have the star, you have the 0, and you have the pound key. Now, the pound key means 9, the star key means 8, and the 0 is 0. Now, what is the value of this area, this area, this area, and this area? 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then you have 10, 11, 12, 13. In between the areas. There's more squares in here than we think. I believe that in each and every one of these, there should be 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36. I think we should have 36 squares in here. This one will take up 4 squares, this one 4 squares, this one 4 squares, and this one 4 squares. Do you follow what I'm saying? So each one of these, so 4, 8, 12, 16. So if there were 4 squares in here, right, there can no longer be 4 squares. Now there has to be 9 squares. Oh, I don't like that we can't see the... Why am I getting that light? Let me see if I can, let me see something. I don't like, okay, hold on a second. I'm going to fix something here. Hold on. We're all, I don't like what's going on. I don't like what's going on. Hold on. Okay, here it is, right? So each one of these I'm going to use as cube value. 99999, 81. Now, if you take the corners out, and there's 9, now there's 8 and 1. 8 and 1, 8 and 1, 8. This one over here is not 8 and 1. This one over here, you're going to lose the 4 corners out to the square. 4 corners, 4 corners. So you have to minus 4. So the value here is 5 and 4, the numeric value for the passage in the sun. Now there's another 4 over here. So there's the 4, and then there's the 40. Maybe the 40 means they're using the entire square of that area. Whew. Message retracted. 7391. 73 and 91. Yes, they're both red. Both of them are red. Right. We were on to that scale. Let me show you the roulette board. Let me show you the board now. I'm going to explain the board. I'm going to explain this design. Okay. I'm going to explain this design. Where this is over here, right? If you notice the way it's a hexagon, I can create the Star of David, and I will link up these numbers here, these two numbers here. And then I will link up these two numbers over here, creating the Star of David. This over here, okay, the reason it's like this is because if I would go ahead and I would duplicate it again, it would overlap these numbers. Okay, I overlap. You see the C over here, C over here, C over here, C over here. What W does, what C is, what the M does, what the W does, right? Is this the W? Maybe down here it's the W or the V. So I'm not giving anything, any definition on this, but I will tell you what it is. I'm going to show it to you on this one over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All the red are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Then you go to 12. 12 is over here. Why is 12 on this side? Because I flipped it. All my chat disappeared. I don't know why. I wasn't sure if I was correct about area space, so I retracted. Well, tell me. You don't listen. I don't know if I'm right either. You think I know what I'm doing? I have no idea what I'm doing. I've been here for 13 years. I've had more people told me that I'm on drugs, crazy. I should seek mental help, an institution. You know what I'm saying? It's all, yeah, mathematics. It's all math. It's all a basis of math. You know what I'm saying? It's all a basis of math. How can I explain it? It's just something I do that I found that can intertwine, math can intertwine language. If I talk really loud, you can say, lower your voice. Well, if my voice was at 5 and you want it lower, should I go down to 9 or should I go to 2? Put a little bit more vodka in there. Putting a little bit more, you mean you had 1 ounce, now you want 2 ounces? Double me up. We're 2 of us. So divide it between us. I drank mine, so take that away or take it away. We don't want anymore. Will you bake a cake, just 1 cake? I need pots and pans to bake my cake. How big will your cake be? What will you put in your cake? More math. What is your vibration? More math. How is your heartbeat? More math. Equations. Everything is an equation. Did you play roulette? Many years ago, I played roulette, but I think of gambling, somehow I think we're connected to a higher source. And no matter what certain people do in life, if you're goofy, you will always be goofy because your life was made for your guidance. So that way, if you know you're a goofy kind of person, then you have to do something about knowing who you are to make it work for you. That's what I a little bit hate, because there's certain things I like to do in life, and when I do it, it's automatically against me. I'll give you an example. I'll pick a stock. I'll think I know what's going to happen with the stock, and if I don't do it, it happens exactly. But if I do it, it seems like it all goes awry. If I buy a stock and I say I'm going to sell it, and I say, you know what? I shouldn't be a pig. When you make your first choice about something, don't let your ego change that choice, because once your ego takes advantage of the actual your karmatic way, then you will not get. Anyways, another thing inside of this, right? These 3 things is the V and the ace. The ace is up this way. The V is the other way. Anyways, gonna give me a vaccine. Put them together, right? Put them together. You fold it. Did I show you this one already? You fold it. Now it's a Star of David. Or it's something else. The heart and the spade. You might have showed up a little late. Here's a little late. We talked about 8. I'm a pirate. So you see the angle of the pirate? I'm a pirate. Ha. The key of David. The key of David. Fold. Have you seen it before? What can it be? I got a lot of little things here. Lots and lots and lots of things. Lots of stuff. I have the birds. You see one bird here, his eye, his beak, and then the other bird here and his beak. Well, it's a Star of David, and it's 1, 2, 3 hearts. 3 hearts. The stand, the dividing beak. 3 hearts. We showed you 88, right? You saw 88. Were you here early enough to see 88? So hold on a second. 88. It's a heart over a spade. And like Tammy said before, the spade is a one-eyed jack and the heart is a one-eyed jack. And when you put it up over here, you have one eye and one eye. Then you put the other eye and the other eye. They're looking away from each other. And then you have the little mouse in between, splitting up their minds. Or the diamond, knowing the diamond that splits up their mind. Superman, we have, where's that Superman? Where's the design? Superman. Superman is here. When we make the design of Superman, which Tammy already saw because she was here, in order to create this design, we have to go up this way, correct? That means we're on the other side of this half of the diamond. Goofy. We also have the stop star. Should I say anything about it? It's a stop sign. All I did is, you see the line? You see the line starting here? I just continued the line to here. You see the flat part over here? I just continued down to here. And I did that with the whole stop sign. And it turns into this design over here. Or does it? I added on these 3 pieces here. I forget why. I added, this piece goes all the way to here. This piece goes all the way to here. There's a reason why, meeting halfway in between. Anyways, if you look inside, it's an automatic tic-tac-toe 9 lives. Look at the angle that it's on. What does it mean by 0 blood type? The red, see the 2 sides connecting to this angle? If you take a look at the triangle, this triangle, it's distance. It shows rectangle. Triangle shows rectangle. You see the way it shows distance? See, I'm sitting here and pointing this into a camera that's tons of light, way too much light. Okay, but why is it funny? Or why is it strange? MSP. Why is it strange? So we got this. I'm going to put this back up on my wall. I want to put this back. I hate taking everything down from my wall. You ever see me with a goose? Oh my God, my grandfather died in 1988. Um, you know what? I always wanted to shoot across numbers because 11, 7 come 11, the gateway, 5 and 2, the gateway for Earth. 5 minus 2, 5 plus 2 is 3 and 7. So obviously we're connected to the other sun. 3 and 7 is the numeric value. 73 is the numeric value for Nibiru. Anytime you have a 3, you're talking always about 1 and 2, the center world and the 2 worlds around it, 1 and 2. Now, 11 is consistent with 6 and 5, creation of the wolf, passage of the river. And the reason I say that is because they say that the wolves hang out near the mountains where you can hear the echo. And in between the mountains is usually a lake or a river. And then there's the reflection of each side on the same river, showing and sharing both worlds within each other. And that's why I believe that the wolf, when it's gone from the forest, it's more of a reflection of everything that's going on. Now, when you put those dots down at the bottom, you're telling me the end of a sentence. When you put the question mark, which has a dot on the end of it, it's going to say something else. Remember, I'd like to shoot this around, right? The question mark has to be shot around. The question mark, it looks like it starts on one side and comes to this side. It's taking something of the unknown, bringing it to the end of a sentence where it's exactly what it means, the question mark, coming from one world. And if you look inside the question mark, if you would just make a square and make everything black and then put that white question mark in it, you can see there's an outline that will tell you another story because of the question mark. Don't forget, whatever I do, whatever you see, whatever you hear that comes out of my mouth, it's only because somebody has already done it somewhere. Somebody already made the question mark up. That's not my creation. Somebody already told me a story and I heard it. And it went in one ear and out the other one, but I still retain the information. We read, we see, we hear, and we live. I take the red, I mix it in the yellow, I got orange. So what is it telling me on my door? There is no orange on my door, but down below I shaded it in. What is it supposed to tell me, showing me those two colors? Two separate stories that can come together as being gold? Remember the word orange. It is the Ra, mathematical angel spirit. Or means gold. Gold is linked to the moon. Okay, the moon is connected to the ocean, which is connected to your mother, which is connected to your dreams, and it's all some sort of power that goes through us. And the moon is connected to Jesus Christ and time. And it's not me who said that. I didn't make up the word Jesus. I didn't make up the word Christ. I didn't say Christmas. Oh my God, we got it. Christmas. Oh my God. Christmas. Christ is number 77. Mass, M-A-S, is 33. 3377 is 53. Electric company, Jesus Christ. Cycle in the moon, run through the cube, the all-powerful cube. Why? By the one-eyed Jack. 3 times 7, 3 plus 7, bringing in the 10 world, bringing in both worlds. 5 and 5, the spirit of 76. There's so many things. The spirit of 76, 1 times 6. 1 plus 6 is 7 and 6. 6 minus 1 is 5. 6 plus 1 is 7. Numeric value for the moon, 57. Heinz, 57. H and I. Or just do this for N. And as you're going to H and I, whoop, that's the N. Whoop, I can't do that. You see, I can't do that. That's a hard, I can't go anywhere. I can go all the way this way, pretty easy, but I have a hard time going this way. I could have a problem with my shoulder too. So when I go halfway, I now have the N. When I go this way, I have the Z, that line, this way or this way. And the French, les Français, ils disent les accent aigu et accent grave, the grave. Grave, the bad sign, and the good sign, the deep sign. It's just a slant that they put over the letter E, like for the E world, the electronic world. And whatever I'm saying, I don't even think I'm saying enough. Face to face, yes, eternity. Face to face, one eye, face to face. Wow, we're out here an hour and 4 minutes. FB, FB. Wow, I like that. FB, the Queen. FB, God. FB is a link. It's a link because now I still have to understand the primaries of the letters, okay? Because F is only the second letter, but F is the sixth letter. I mean, in the first category of numbers, the first six. Facebook. No, maybe not Facebook, but FB is something else. First, you can design that, right? B is actually 13. So you'd be looking at F13. And if you multiply it, it becomes either 6 times 10 is 60, 6 by 3 is 18, which is 9. It could be 69. Okay. And 69 is the continuation reverse, right? Or the yin and the yang, if you want to look at them when they overlap each other. Or I have to make a design here to take a look at something. It's a gateway. And it's also two birds. It's also two birds. And I think we're connecting a mole or something. It looks like a mole. The design between 6/9. And then if you put 6, 9 together, it also creates the 8. So you're connecting two worlds, the heaven of the 9 birth of the 6 man. Now, how do you get 6? 1 and 5, 2 and 4, 3 and 3. The command and the creation of the Christ, of the 9 lives of the cat. 1 and 5, A and E, the O world, the water world. The water world is connected. So right now, all I just did is take a puzzle, threw it in the air, and said, this is this piece, this is this piece, this is this piece, but you have no idea what the puzzle looks like. That's still the way I feel about everything I've done so far. I don't know if you can read any of it. It's all backwards. E, F, G, E, E, L, E, M, E, N. What are these letters? F, G, L, M, N. 6, 7, 12, and 14. Y, 13, 23, 24, 25, 35, 45, 52. I don't know why I did this. E, F, G, E minus L equals 7. E minus M equals 8. E minus N equals 9. 7, 8, 9, or 12, 13, 14. 3, 1 and 2 is 3, 1 and 3 is 4, 1 and 4 is 5. I mean, there's just so many things, and I'm not happy that I'm not, right on it. I want to talk about the word woman. I'm just trying to woman. I just have to write this down, but WOMAN. No, I can't talk about it because I'm going to get into too much. There's just so many things. PES equals 6635. Anyways, I've been at this an hour. I'm not really sure. 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9. I know I've seen that so many times. The star in the sky. Can you tell me about star on the sky? Which star? The star. Well, first of all, I'm not sure about the star system that we live in. I believe 90% of what's up there is satellites, what we see. I believe that there's an out to this world, but we can't see it all the time. I believe that a part of our constellation is linked to the outside world, that at a certain point in time, we get to see the outside, and then we're back into the same constellation that we run on. Circles of light. First of all, the moon. When I saw the red moon last year, I saw with my own eyes that there was a planet that was following it, or a spaceship that was following it. I saw with my own eyes. And then all of a sudden, the chemtrails just started showing up. I believe that we're blinded by the light. I believe there's more to the sun than just what the sun gives us. It's funny that the seasons that we live, the Hebrew New Year already passed, and the trees didn't turn colors yet. So something is wrong. The ducks, okay, when are they supposed to fly south? Do they? Oh, why is the rainbow an arch? Well, I only can tell you what I believe. I believe we live in a dome. I believe we're in a dome. NASA can only fly out on certain days. They can't always fly out, right? Then they hook up their satellites. We live in some kind of mesh, some kind of dome, some kind of energy field, and it's the angle, right? Nothing is straight down. Has anybody really ever seen the sun straight up? If it is straight up, I have to see it. I have to think. I have to go through it. 33 degrees. Tell me more. Well, don't forget, if I take this and you tell me 33 degrees, right? Total area space with that 33 degrees has to be included. If I'm moving like this, I can take a wire and go straight, but I have size of the wire. How much area space does it take up? And 33 degrees from where? There's also another thing. When you're going 33 degrees, one is 33 degrees. If I was to go 33 degrees, is it 33 degrees from here and then go 33 degrees? What if I went to the center and went 90 degrees and then went over 33 degrees like this? According to the Mayan numbers, okay, there's one piece of, let me not even say the Mayan numbers. There's one piece that I work on that from the 90-degree angle to go this way, okay, go this way, halfway between 90 and 90 is 45. Halfway between that is 22.5. Now the 22.5 must include area space. Must include area space. So if I include area space from here, right, I'm going on the angle like this, and I'm going to go 45 degrees. Let's say this, okay, I'm going to go 45 degrees. Now, 45 degrees, now half of that is 22.5, and from here, going up 45 or coming down 45. Halfway is 22.5, halfway is 22.5. But the area space used over here has a size to it. And let's say that size is 0.09. So 22.5 plus 9 is 234, number to the vibration. And minus it is 216. A numeric value, 216, is 9 times 24 equals 216. It's part of a birth cycle. It's also part of the cube and the size of the moon. The diameter, I think it's the diameter of the moon, is 2,160 miles, in which is 1.5 times what the day is. 1,440 minutes in a day times 1.5 is 2,160. The 10-day Mayan cycle, 10 days, 9 days, and 1 day. Okay. Or you can actually do it a different way. 4.5 days, 1 day, 4.5 days. And the reason for 4.5 days is I have no idea. I'd have to work on the equation to understand it. But right now, the Mayan cycle is 20 months, okay, of 18 days. Or how about 18 months of 20 days? And that's where we can link in the 9 and 1 with the birth and the 1 month extra. 10 days is 240 hours, 24 hours a day. There's just so much. All the chat disappeared. I don't know why. Oh, now it came back. Layers of atmosphere, most definitely. I wish I can learn a little bit more of what's going on. I have to be out there. I have to listen to the science talk so I can see the in-between of everything. Circles of light, rainbow arc, numergy or numerology. 33 degrees. So anyways, let me finish what I was talking about. So when we have 21.6, 22.5, 23.4, from 23.4 and 666 is that 90-degree angle. So between here and here is an area space on 4 different parts of the board where the area angle is 666. And this is what it is. It's this or it's this. Maybe that's what the X refers to. At the same time, I'm going to have to draw this out. I'm going to draw this out. In fact, I'm going to throw away this paper I'm writing on. I have to draw it out and show it. Here is the 45 degrees. Okay. Here is 22.5, 22.5, 22.5, 22.5, 22.5, 22.5. I have to think, you know. So not only that, 9 times 25 is 22.5, and 41 times 25, okay, okay, there's another one. I don't remember what the equation is because 41 times 625 equals, right, 41 times 625 equals to 25, 625. It's a Mayan count. 7, 6, 7, 0, 1, 0. Binary count is 2. Binary count is 2. So what am I getting to? So over here on the 22.5, we have a circle. On this side of the circle, see it says 101? It's 216. On this side of the circle, it's 234. We have 666 and 684. 684 or 864 is linked to the minutes or the seconds in a minute and the seconds in a day, 86,400 or 8640, or how many 864 divided by 60 equals to 14 minutes, 40 seconds. 14, and there's 1,440 minutes in a day. So everything is linked so that matrix can line up and loop. Why loop? Because you go in and it reads. It tells and it sends you out. And you go on and you read and it tells and it read and it tells. L, cursive writing, L and L. In Spanish, L and L for the word llama or my name, que se llama. They use the Y letter for L and L. Y connects the earth with numeric value. 25th letter, second letter in the alphabet, beta creation. So there's just, and I'm just like all over the place because when I touch one thing, I'm touching everything. I can't let anything go because it all, what do I tell you next? Can I keep on the path? Right? Should I get back to the roulette and finish with that? Let me, what are we doing over here? Layers of atmosphere, the Nautilus shell, space and time. Yes, yes, yes. The echo, the shell. Now that's funny that you said that. Inside and outside. Inside and outside. 112073. Woo, 22. I don't know numerology either. I have to, you know what, I have to play with it in my mind. I see things when I'm, how can I say it? A little Mary Jane helps me to see things, but I was really into that world. Sometimes I can see it. I have to start adding, figuring out things, a value of 11. How do we get 11? Different ways to get 11, different ways to get 20, how to get 73. Should we use it as 70 and then 3? But 70, anything in the 70s and anything in the 20s, you see, 11 is, it's a single special area. From 1 to 19, it's very special. Because when we say 10, when we say 11, we don't go like we do with 21. On 21, we go 21st. But when 11 comes, it's part of time heaven because we say 11th with TH. When you come to 73 in French, they don't say 73. They say 60, okay, and 13, okay? Now, if I would say 77, they would tell me 60, 10, and 7. I just keep using English and French. I'll try to shove a little Spanish in there. You don't want to put too many things because then you're mixing up codes and you're deciphering the wrong reality. I don't know numeral. I made whatever I do. I made it up through my own actuality. I just in 2005, I saw the sky. I got totally wasted. Well, not drinking. I just smoked. And when I smoke, my mind really opens up huge. And I saw in the sky, I saw from Columbia Pictures, or what I thought, I call her Mary. And this lady that looked like Mary, she was wearing this blue thing over her. And she was there and told me about Pegasus and 7286. Taurus the Bull. You are Harley Davidson, Pluto, dinosaur, old, very old. It splits the heart. Taurus splits the heart. And one of my designs, Taurus is splitting the heart. Do I have the design on here? Taurus. No. Do I have the bull? No, I don't have the bull either. But I did want to bring up one design. If you want me to go back to the roulette, I'm going to show it to you. But I want to show you this one design that I really liked. Chicken on the roof. One little roof, one big building. You have this over here, then the two doors. But I like this. You see the way it shows where the plus sign is? The cross is where the diamond is. Okay. The square, to reach out to the corners, it would be the multiplication. And here we have our delta angles, or our KK coming together. So it's telling us something. I don't want to say what it's telling us. I'm a little tired right now, an hour and 20 minutes of doing this. I would like to go back to the roulette. And one border roulette is just, am I on the thing here? This is one border roulette. This is another border roulette. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 numbers, okay? And then I have, here's the original one right here. Here's the original one that made the rest. 3, 6, okay? Now I flip the numbers backwards. Then I flip them forwards. Then I flip them backwards. So you can see 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It took 5 boards to create 3 in between. This is a total of 180 numbers. Am I complete? Do I repeat? Does it repeat? The center over here is 37, 37, 37. This is 17 and 20, the digitals for time. When I connected these over here and flipped this over here, this is 16 and 19. And this is 16 and 19. Anyways, tired. May, I like, yes, the month of May. That's when it happened to me. Everything started in the month of May. In fact, it happened before that. It was amazing. I used to drive down the road with my hands on the steering wheel, and it felt like I had, like, the steering wheel was this big. I would look at a sign, and it was like the sign was talking to me. And the night that Mary Jane showed up in the sky, I took myself to the hospital, and I checked myself in, and they gave me a lot of medication. They made me sick. They made me sick. They said I shouldn't be thinking that way, but I haven't stopped thinking that way. And I'm not sick, and I don't take any of the meds, but the door is closed. There's only one of the ways to open the doors with Mary Jane, but I won't do it alone. I'd really like to go back into that place I was, because it was amazing. I can really see, that's where most of my designs came out of that place. You're not from the US? You're from Canada? No. The name of Peter Pan, you got to be from the Netherlands or something, no? Netherlands? Can I guess? You from Africa? No. Netherlands. Is that good? 2 dots. It means something common. Oh, and anyways, there's just so much. So anyways, the roulette wheel, I just want, just before I leave this video, if you notice, where is it? How come I don't see it? Okay, right here. 1, 2 aliens. See the alien body? The alien body, the alien body, and then in between a child. I took 2 sets of numbers and 2 sets of numbers, and when I join the sets of numbers, it shows a child that joins between the mother and the father from the 2 worlds. Oh, I like that. Let me see, Bulgaria. Let me see 1 second. I have to see where that is in the map. I'm sometimes out to lunch. Bulgaria on the map. I think my parents said, oh, I like that. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Let me see. Let me look at. No way. My parents are, I think right now in the Black Sea. No, where's my parents? No. My parents are near Tirana right now, somewhere near Tirana on a cruise. But my grandfather, maybe you can look it up. I mean, I know you're probably 1,000 miles from it, right? But do you know where my family roots are? Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. My family roots is, can you guess? My grandfather, one of my grandfathers was from Chernobyl, and my other grandfather was from Romania. My family's from Hungary, Romania, Budapest. That's where we come from about 110 years ago. But I'm from Quebec. I'm from Quebec. I'm a Quebecer per langue. Anyways, at the beginning of this video, if you missed it before I end it, I want to tell you how I started the video. And that was, I don't know if you can see this. It was with Jamaica, the Caribbean. J means I have, and I am created angels. I believe, and I saw this in a revelation, that the Jamaicans, what they are today, were busy sewing up or tying down with hemp. They were tying the hemp. And it was frayed at the end, the hemp, and they needed to get it together. So they took out a lighter to get the hemp to come together, and they got the hemp together. And as they were putting it together, they started to breathe it in, and they all got stoned, and they thought it was good. And it was done on purpose because the Creator needed to open up their mind for an imagination. And I believe deep inside of us, we were part of the hemp family inside our nature. We had hemp. They fed hemp to animals. We're part of nature. We're a grain. We're a seed. You know what I'm saying? We grew the meat on us. Let me see. So is that close to it? Saratov. Era Tov. Luck. She was born Angel Luck. Was she a lucky woman? Helena. Ina Saratov. Helena. My mother's name is Helen. Well, my mother has like 6 names. I don't even know what to say to her. I just go, wow, mom. You know, first wow, the M is upside down, and then mom the other way, because my mom is always wow. Anyways, we're going to end the video now. Here's my airplane, Starship Enterprise. Stick that back up on the wall. My two props, right? We all know, stick these 2 together. Put these 2 back on the wall. Me and a friend of mine, I had hair back in 1990. Best years of my life with that goose in my hand. The same Russia, Bulgaria, the same people. We're all the same people. The bodies, the minds put together. I don't know, we're tough people. Tough. And the good cooks, a lot of good cooks, right? A lot of good cooks. Okay, I got excited yesterday. I found some black pens. I was working with blue, and now I'm with black. And it's just so funny because the day before I did a video out of the blue and into the black, and I come home and I find these black pens, Papermate, and I don't have any more blue pens. I seem to have lost 50 Papermate blue pens sitting at my desk. We had the Mickey Mouse here. We had 88, how we created 88. The one-eyed jacks come together. We had the 2 ways to create aces, right? In blackjack, you're only allowed to use 1 ace as 11. That's another thing. Ace 11 in blackjack, all the pictures are 10. It's funny. You know what's funny? If we were all right now the way we were when we were born, what would we all be? Right at this moment, what would we all be right now that we actually can be if we aren't, and we could be, that we were when we were born? What is that word? How can we get the camera for all 3 of us, all 5 of us, or 20 of us? Anyways, that's what I'm going to be doing right now. Believe it or not, look at this shirt. This is from one day's work. All my clothes, that's from one day's work. I made 45 bucks today. And it cost me 20 and 10 in gas. So that's 35 in 8 hours. So I'm like, I'm going into the shower and I'm going to be naked. And I have the ghoulies on the wall. I mean, I'm going in there and all my ghoulie animals are on the wall. And the only person that's going to see me naked is the Matrix computer. It's going to know that I ain't got no clothes on in the shower. Oh, yes, there was one other thing I wanted to do. Forgot about this part of the design. See this part of the design over here? I forget what it was for. I forget what that design was for. I really, really would like to remember what that part of the design is for. And I'm going to just go over it because I'm thinking. And we have our answer. We have an 8. We have the 8 and we have 3. We have 8 and we have 3. We have 8 and 5, which is explanation of the matrix. We have 3 and 5 because the V in Roman numerals is 5. We have 35, which is telling us about electric company. It seems like the car that brought us in here is electric company. Waterworks, an electric company, movement of the moon, and we are on a freaking fake reality of the totality of the knowledge of the totality of the people in the world. I bet you there's 99% or 95%. Let's make it even smaller. Let's make it 80% of the people would tell me I am out to lunch. But I'm 100% sure, and I'm praying it happens in our lifetime, that we get to the other side and we straighten out. We have a lot of straightening out to do here. And it's going to take a minimum of 20 years to figure this whole thing out. Raphael, 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Share my painted apartment, man. We got to become known. I gotta become known throughout this world. I want to bring correction, but everybody knows when correction comes in, JF Kennedy, I don't have to say more. Lincoln, thank you.